Glad you could join us from Reser Stadium in Corvallis, Oregon. Just about to turn the corner into the back half of the season here on EA Sports College Football. It is Week 7. It's the North Texas Mean Green and the Oregon State Beavers. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Howie Rowe on the sideline.
Guys, this kind of matchup is always a challenge. Coach told me bringing a team in here on the road can be hard. His running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. North Texas will kick it off to get this game underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Inside, it's Hatcher. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Murphy. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10.
Blue 22. Blue 22.
Running inside, it's Hatcher. And they got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Pulls it and fires to the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let it go. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely foot the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Whistle sounds, but they get the timeout called just before the delay of game. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. Working the middle, it's complete. They stop. Almost immediately, short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver going in motion. Jackson will throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. On the run. It's White. Maybe a crease. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
It's 3rd and 5. They'll run it from the gun. Stopped cold by this defense. They tried to fool him with the run, and nobody was buying it. North Texas will have to punt it away. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hatcher. Picks up the first down. Still running at the 40. A huge pickup, knocked out of bounds at the 30, but they are in business.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Pulls it in, it's Hatcher. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. So first down here as they go back to work. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He's got it on the move. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? They'll try to blast their way in. Trying to find the end zone, and he's not going to make it as this defense is making it tough.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a third down and goal.
Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. Looking to the end zone on third and goal. Touchdown, Oregon State! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Looking for space, it's White. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short.
missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. They're going to test the right side with this one. Might have a chance. The 40, the 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Mean Green. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Just hand it to him and let him do the work, man. Over 100 yards on the first half. That big, explosive play. That will do it. That will get you almost there. When you can hand it off to a guy like this and he can take it the distance, it makes play calling for an offensive guy, it's so much fun. It's easy. Hand it to him, he gone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. After the filthy move, he's got room. Snags it and he's open. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Man, that is exactly how you execute an RPO. Like quick read, get the ball out of your hand, get it to your receiver in space really quickly on target, and you can make big plays. That they made that RPO look so smooth and so effortless.
Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
And man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
From the 22 on 1st and 10.
Hey, kill it, kill it. Hey.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue 30. Blue 30. Kill, kill, kill. 949 Rockstar. 949 360.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Off the boot, looking for his man. Hit as he throws. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field, nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Got enough space. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Beavers!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up.
The extra point is blocked. He picks it up. That's a live ball. He's at the 50. The 30. Running inside the 20. He takes it all the way back for the defensive two-point conversion.
How about the job by this field goal block unit? They didn't take the play off. They get penetration, get their hands in the air. You never know what's going to happen. It takes a good bounce. Next thing you know, you're scooping it up, you're taking it the other way, and putting 2 points on the scoreboard.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard. Will start from the 16-yard line. Looking for room, it's White. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Jackson gonna throw it. They're setting up the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
North Texas lining up, facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He makes a catch. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. North Texas has it going to work with another first down. They'll try the right side. Sweet cut there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Now on 2nd down. Looking downfield very late in the half. Lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. This will likely be the last play of the half. Jackson will throw. Going for the big play. Leaping grab for a big gain. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the Vanderbilt Commodores. And it's the Aggies who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today. Make it 2 straight victories, and though their quest for perfection is over, this team is still very much alive in the playoff picture.
Mean Green offense heads out onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make...
Turning it on! Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
I can imagine at half, this defense was like, all right, we've got to stop the running game. He's gotten too many yards. What do they do on the first drive now? They give him the football, and he makes another big gain. This defense has to find some answers. They got to wrap him up. They got to get him on the ground. They can't keep getting gashed.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. This is a designed run. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Here comes the Beaver offense ready to go. They were able to do whatever they wanted the last time they had it. They put together some runs, they completed some passes, and they put a touchdown on the board. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Here comes the heat, and down he goes. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Deep in his own territory as he reels in that punt. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David. Oh, he's got some space. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field, and it's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. They'll ride the hot hand, finding some room. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, 1st down. Got a man, it's Milner. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
North Texas can dig into that playbook on 2nd and short. Jackson gonna throw it. Dumps it off in the flats. And into the end zone. Touchdown, North Texas! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
And listen, if I have a playmaker and running back like that with that kind of speed, yeah, I'm going to throw the swing to him too. He drops back, surveys the field. He says, I know my guy can make a play, gets the ball in his hands right now on the swing. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Got the quick completion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted for the 11th time. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Mean Green. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22.
Kill. 674, take off. 674, take off.
Looking for space, it's Hatcher. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. The defense uses a timeout, that's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And now on second down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Skips away from pressure. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Shotgun snap on third down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Caught behind the line. It's Hatcher. At the 40, there he goes. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The Beavers are rolling down the field. Making side adjustments here. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Using his legs, it's Hatcher. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. And the Beavers headed quickly to the line.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Just feeds the running back. Could be an alley. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Murphy. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Touchdown, Oregon State! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They march 78 yards down the field, and the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. North Texas sends the offense out to get this drive going. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to...
Here's a little room there. Rams him with the stiff arm. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
Keep. Right on the end.
Look out, he's got room. Still running at the 35. Racing down the left side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, North Texas.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights.
Number 90, set to kick this one away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for a man, it's Murphy. Bringing the heat. Swings it out to his running back. Breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. They just keep firing. Looking to the big tight end. Working the big fella to the corner. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The Beavers have it with a 1st and 10.
Icy. Hawkeye. Mustang.
Wants to throw it again, and why not? He lets it fly. Has it. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Beavers!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Gets the back moving. Finds some fresh air. There he goes. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a 1st down. The give to the right. Tackled there by the defense. The Beavers using their 1st timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. Timeout is called, and that will be the 2nd charge to Oregon State. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to put this one in the vault.
And that's not a surprise to anybody, including the defense, that they turn and they give it to their running back, who they've been giving it to all game long. Up front, the offensive line, they deserve a ton of credit. Blocked and paved the way. This rushing attack has been lethal, and I'm not surprised that's how they end this football game.
And that's the kind of guy, too, David, you want at the end of the game because he wants the ball into his hands to ice this thing. He's looking over the sidelines before that play call, and he's like, give it to me. Let me finish this thing and win this game for us. And that's exactly what happened.